Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Now at 6, we continue to follow that breaking news out of Bridgeport. 5 people are facing charges tonight in connection with the misuse of absentee ballots during the city's 2023 Democratic mayoral election. Thank you so much for joining us on the Fox 61 News at 6 o'clock. I'm Angelo Bavaro.
And I'm Bridget Piorlo. Included in those charged today, former city employee Wanda Jeter-Pataki. Now, you may remember this video, which started the investigation into the primary election between Mayor Joe Ganim and John Gomes. Jeter-Pataki is accused of the misuse of absentee ballots in drop boxes, and it led to a judge ordering a new Democratic mayoral primary.
And here's the list of people charged in this. Alfredo Castillo faces 18 charges. Wanda Jeter-Pataki faces 92. Maria Pereira faces 31 charges. Jazz Maria Melendez has 6, and Margaret Joyce has 9. All charges are related to ballot fraud. Castillo, Pereira, and Melendez are city council members. Joyce is from Stratford. Now, all 5 were arrested today. They were released on promises to appear in Bridgeport Superior Court on March 6th.
And over the last 16 months, Fox 61 has followed every new development in this fraud investigation. If you want to learn more, visit our website, fox61.com. There you'll find the full backlog of all our reporting to date. We'll also have more on this breaking news story coming up in our next half hour.
Okay, well, this next story, Connecticut has a new celebrity. We're talking about a Scottish Highland bull named, very fittingly, Waldo here, and people have one question. Where's Waldo?
Yeah, people really want to have that answer. Waldo escaped from a farm about a month ago. He's been spotted by some people along the Kent-New Milford town lines, but there's been no luck catching him so far.
Fox 61's Jamel Johnson is in New Milford now to see if he can track down Waldo.
Oh, you there. How you doing? Have you seen this bull? No? Take a good look now. Okay, are you sure? All right. Well, if you haven't seen it, somebody has to have. Come on, let's ask around. Have you seen Waldo? Have you seen Waldo? Have you seen Waldo? Have you seen Waldo? That's the question we've been asking everyone all day.
No, I have not.
I have not seen Waldo, but he is adorable.
I have not seen Waldo. I wish I did, though. He's very cute.
Owner Joanne Geray says Waldo has been missing for a month. He was only at the farm for 5 minutes before he ran through a fence as soon as he came off the trailer. Since then, Waldo has been sightseeing Western Connecticut as he's been to Kent, New Preston, and most recently, New Milford. Abigail Lewis, worker at Honeybooks and Tea, says Waldo is living the dream.
Good for him. Living the high life. He's got stories for days.
Pictures of Waldo surfaced online, drawing attention from cow lovers all over the state like Teresa Papsinick.
I would go and try and cuddle him. I would love to have a little cow like that.
Papsinick says Waldo isn't the first cow to go on an excursion.
I used to drive a school bus, and I would go up 109, and sometimes the cows would be loose in the road, and yeah.
While Waldo may be a celebrity, Papsinick hopes he can get back to his family.
Well, I feel sad that he's out all in the cold by himself, and hopefully somebody out there has taken him in and will see that he belongs to somebody else and give him back.
Well, we searched everywhere. We've been out here all day looking for Waldo, and there's still no sign of him. It might be time to call up the... Wait, is that him? Waldo, we've been looking everywhere for you. Wait, come back, Waldo. Well, he's gone again. If you happen to see Waldo out and around, please call Kent Animal Control. For now in New Milford, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Shifting gears to the weather now. It's the weekend warm-up we've been waiting for, and it could help melt all that snow and ice outside.
Yeah, it's been too cold for any melting so far. Things are really icy out there still, but things are changing this weekend. We're both really happy about that. Deshaun Robinson is here with more about that. Deshaun, you happy about that?
Yeah, I am very happy about that. We're going to see that nice warm-up into this weekend, and our snowpack will begin to melt rather rapidly. So breezy evening, clear and cold night, and again, a warm-up is on the way for the weekend. We will see these temperatures hit the 50s early next week. So quite a change as we head into next week. Mostly clear overhead. We have that high pressure that is causing quiet conditions across much of the Northeast, couple of lake effect snow showers for upstate New York. Now, it is breezy out there. Most stations are reporting gusts near 25 to 30 miles per hour. So these breezy conditions will persist for the next 12 hours. We could see those gusts nearing 30 miles per hour as the evening moves along. Lighter winds for your Saturday, with those gusts only reaching 20 miles per hour. So the next 12 hours, we will see our temperatures fall into the teens. And if you are heading out there, keep in mind that with the wind, it's going to feel like 10 degrees. Tomorrow will be a great day to walk your dog. A bit chilly for the morning, but our temperatures will rise above freezing. Coming up, I'll let you know more about the warm-up that's on the way for the weekend. Back to you guys.
All right, Deshaun, thank you. And new here at 6, people living in Norwich woke up this morning to an unsettling sight: anti-Semitic graffiti. The police department tells us it found swastika symbols painted in at least 4 different locations, including near the intersection of Old Salem Road and Salem Turnpike. Some of the graffiti also said Trump. It's since been painted over. The city says the incident does not reflect the values of the community.
I do condemn any kind of hate, and Nazism has increased over the period of time, especially after election. People are feeling more comfortable spurring out hate, but we are here to stop it.
If you saw anything, you're asked to call Norwich Police.
New tonight, the state is considering a pilot program to establish overdose prevention centers. In Connecticut, people are more likely to die from a drug overdose than a motor vehicle crash. Fox 61's Emma Wolforst has more from the state capitol.
Yeah, the family members and loved ones of those who have lost someone to addiction or overdoses say this bill is all about hope, healing, and saving lives.
Alec often talked about 2 voices in his head, one that would say, we're staying on the path to recovery, and the other that would say, one last time. Unfortunately, that night, that was the last time he did anything.
In 2018, Alec Pelletier died of an accidental overdose on his 26th birthday.
I was only 9. Sometimes I ask myself, why did his life have to end then? Why did our time together have to end then? And the answer is it didn't. With these facilities, it didn't have to end. Had he had a safe place to go, we would still be here. He would be here.
His mom and little sister joined other advocates at the state capitol Friday to testify in favor of legislation to establish an overdose prevention center pilot program.
I'm tired of burying my friends. I'm tired of watching their caskets get lowered into the ground.
Cameron Breen is an overdose survivor himself and says OPCs are life-saving interventions with proven results.
When an overdose happens outside of a safe, supervised space, over 40% of those cases require an ambulance transport. Inside an overdose prevention center, that number is less than 1%.
The idea of overdose prevention centers is to provide a clean, safe space for people to use drugs with medical professionals and staff on hand ready to step in.
They don't solve all the problems, but they fill a gap that currently exists, in particularly focusing on the most marginalized folks.
Advocates say some of the concerns they often hear are these centers would encourage drug use or bring crime to an area. But supporters say other approaches haven't worked, and it's time to take the leap with OPCs.
While we continue to talk about this, and while we continue to worry about the moral implications of what these centers do, people will continue to use drugs alone, and people will continue to die.
For Dita and Aria, they say a center like this would have saved Alec's life.
We have so many statistics that show that these centers save lives, but we don't have one single statistic that shows that they don't.
He would be here today. We've got to stop the deaths in our country, in our state. We can't do anything to help these young people who simply have a disease. We can't do anything to help them if they're no longer here.
A similar measure to this one was brought up 2 years ago in the session in 2023, but never fully passed. Reporting at the state capitol, Emma Wolforst, Fox 61.
All right, Emma, thank you. Connecticut Attorney General William Tong says his home in Stamford was the target of a bomb threat this morning. He released a statement thanking police and first responders. He also said he would continue to do his job in the fight for and protect Connecticut families. Stamford police are now investigating.
New tonight, a violent case of road rage ends in an arrest. It happened on Wednesday afternoon on Route 8. Exit 1 ramp in Bridgeport. State police say the victim told them that a man got out of his Ford pickup truck, threatened her, and punched her driver's side window. The victim took video of that encounter along with the truck registration plates. State police were able to identify the driver as Michael Dem of New Milford. They alerted neighboring police departments about that incident, and it was Newtown police who pulled him over. State police say Dem admitted to punching the window. He told them he thought the other car was brake checking him. Dem faces several charges, including reckless endangerment and threatening. He is out on bond and is due in court on March 10th.
And new tonight at 6, a New Haven man is facing charges after police say he hit a child with his car and drove away. It happened in the 600 block area of Main Street in East Haven back on January the 14th. Police say a 10-year-old child was hit by a car while they were walking in a crosswalk. They were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and investigators identified the car through video surveillance. They say the registered owner, Serafin Reyes Vieira, matched the description of the driver. Police say he told them he did not remember hitting someone. He is out on bond and due in court next week.
Former police chief James Rovella will once again lead the Hartford Police Department, this time on an interim basis. Rovella served as chief from 2012 to 2018. He'll begin that job on Monday. Mayor Arunan Arulampalam announced the city plans to hold additional public meetings so neighbors can share their thoughts on who the next chief should be. The mayor said he also created an advisory group that includes 3 members of the community. A Philadelphia police captain was supposed to take the job this month, but he withdrew for personal reasons.